So today I'll be reviewing Pokemon Journeys episode 109 versus Raihan, the battle for the Masters 8. And in this episode we get Ash versus Raihan in the battle with Masterclass on the line, and the episode ends with us getting the reveal of every single member of the Masters 8, so let's talk about it. So the episode starts off with Ash arriving at Hammerlock City where Raihan's gym is, and he meets Raihan ahead of the battle, as well as Leon, who got there early so he wouldn't be late. After that, Ash declares that he's going to win, and we get the battle introductions, where we learn that this is actually the final battle before Masterclass, so it's winner takes all, meaning the loser can't get in, which raises the stakes for the battle even more. After that, they state the rules for the battle, which will be used in Masterclass, and it's pretty much the same as what we've had so far, with it being a 3v3 with unlimited time and switches in battle, and you can only use one of the battle gimmicks. This does also confirm that we'll at least be getting a 3v3 in Masterclass in all of the battles, which is pretty cool. So then the battle begins, and it starts off with Dragonite versus Flygon in a Dragon type matchup, with Flygon using Sandstorm to attack Dragonite while it's hiding, but Ash is able to counter it with Dragonite's Draco Meteor. Then he follows that up with Hurricane and Dragon Claw, but then when Ash tries to do it again, Raihan sees it coming, and Flygon is able to take out Dragonite with Steel Wing, giving Ash his first loss of the battle and Dragonite's first loss of the entire series, which is crazy since we're 109 episodes in. So after that, Ash switches into Gengar, who starts off by getting hammered by Flygon and then gets sent flying by Crunch, but it's able to get up, and that's when Raihan starts talking about how Ash admires Leon and says that that won't be enough, and he asks Ash's reason for wanting to battle Leon and says that it has to be to win and that he's not going to lose to Admiration without Backbone, and that he'll be the one to beat Leon. And Ash responds by saying that even though he admires Leon and wants to battle him, he also wants to beat him, so he can't lose here. Then Ash apologizes to Lucario since he decided that he'll be Gigantamaxing Gengar instead because of his situation in the battle, which turned out to be a great plot twist considering I don't think anyone saw this coming, especially after the training episode with Lucario last time. But this turned out to be the smartest move of the battle since Gigantamax Gengar was able to suck up the Sandstorm and then attack with G-Max Terra and G-Max Starfall to finish off Flygon. Then Raihan switches into Goodra and uses Rain Dance, which is another part of his signature battle strategy where he controls the weather, and follows this up with Thunder, which is more likely to hit when it's raining, then with Surf and Hydro Pump, which are 50% more effective when it rains. Then Ash considers switching but doesn't since Gengar is able to fend off Goodra and Surf. Then we get one last clash with Hydro Pump and Max Starfall that ends up with both Pokemon getting hit, leaving them both unable to battle, making this a 1v1 with Lucario versus Duraludon, and Raihan wastes no time and Gigantamaxes it immediately, and Lucario starts off with Aura Spear, which Duraludon tanks, but then it strikes back with its signature move, Max Depletion, which surrounds Lucario with its power. But then Ash is able to connect with Lucario via Aura and give it more power, which helps it break through with Aura Spear. Then we see Lucario think back to its training with everyone including Greninja who was watching. After that, Ash is able to link their Aura and he tells Lucario to use a Max Aura Spear, which blasts through Duraludon's Max Rockfall and hits it, leading to its defeat and Ash's win. Afterwards, Raihan congratulates Ash on his win and takes a picture with him and says not to lose to anyone since he'll be the one to beat him and Leon. Then we get the official reveal of the Masters 8, starting off with Ash, who's in 8th place, followed by Iris in 7th, Alain in 6th, Diantha in 5th, Lance in 4th, Steven Stone in 3rd, the reigning Queen of Sinnoh Cynthia in 2nd, and of course Leon as number 1. And the episode ends with us being told that the tournament is coming soon. And with that, the episode ends. This episode was incredible, especially that ending with the Masters 8 that I'll get to in a bit. When it comes to Ash versus Raihan in the final battle before Masterclass, they built up Raihan as Leon's rival who wanted to be stronger and better than him, so Ash facing him and proving that he's stronger only further validates his spot in the Masters 8. When it comes to the battle itself, it was well done since the anime did a good job of replicating the conditions that Raihan puts you through when you battle him in the games. All of Ash's Pokemon did fairly well. I wasn't expecting Dragonite to lose first, especially after going undefeated for exactly 99 episodes since it was caught, but that definitely made things more interesting. I think Gengar was the MVP of the battle despite it losing, since it was able to get a win against Flygon and then tie with Goodra. Ash deciding that he would Gigantamax Gengar instead of Mega Evolving Lucario was a brilliant and masterful move, which just goes to show you how great his decision making and battle IQ are, since coming up with unique strategies is always cool, but actually making those calls are just as impressive. When it comes to that ending with Lucario using the gigantic Aura Spear, I thought it was good since it encompasses all of the training Ash did with Greninja and its bond with Ash. One thing to take note of is that Go mentioned that the Aura Spear was bigger this time than it was in the last episode, which is interesting since Lucario wasn't in its mega form in this episode, which means that the Aura Spear can get even even bigger when it Mega Evolves next time, which is probably what we see in the opening where Lucario is battling Gigantamax Charizard. Now let's talk about Ash joining the Masters 8 along with the other members. I really enjoyed the reveal of the characters who made it. Leon and Cynthia being on top was a given to me since I think they're the strongest champions in the game. Lance was second in the last Pokemon World Championship, so that wasn't surprising, but getting to see Diantha and Steven again was cool since it means that we'll get to see Mega Evolution battles. Iris was a great surprise and even shocked Ash. I'm really glad Pokemon Journeys is finally doing her justice. Alain officially being back as the 6th ranked trainer was probably the most shocking and hype part of the entire episode. The champions being here was a given, but to have Alain back only adds to the hype of what could possibly happen, which is something I'll talk about in my Masterclass prediction video. With that being said, I give this episode a 9 out of 10. The only thing that was really off to me was how short and to the point Lucario versus Duraludon was, and the battle kind of lacked tension since there was no way Ash was going to miss the Masters 8. But with that being said, let me know what you thought of this episode in the comment section below, from Ash vs Raihan to the Masters 8 reveal. Be sure to like and subscribe for more Pokemon anime content. Thanks for watching, and bye.